should just
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to get started, so we'd like to invite you. You're all mostly seated. We hope everybody has a family prayer booklet. We hope everybody at home has a family prayer booklet. We have a Shabbat leaflet, and we have each other. So let's begin with joyful song.
All right. Hine Matov. How wonderful it is for us all to dwell here together right now. Hine Matov u'manayim sheverachim gam yachad. 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 We're going to continue now with another welcoming song for Shabbat. Sadiq Katamar, the righteous shall flourish, just like the palm tree. And we'll put the words on the screen for you. One moment. The words are coming in just a moment. Sadiq Katamar yifrach ke'eres balvanon yizkar shetulim beveit Adonai bechazrot Eloheinu yavrichu od yenuvon b'seva deshenim veramanim lehagid ki yashar Adonai suri velo avlatabo.
Thank you, Cantor. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. It's so great to see you all here and in person and at home. Welcome to our Shabbat, our July family Shabbat service. So great to be together as family and as friends to thank God for all the goodness and all the blessings in our lives. You know, I like to say this is a very special Shabbat service. Well, this is a very special Shabbat service for at least 3 reasons that I can think of, maybe more, but we'll start with 3. First, tonight, it is our annual board installation. So we are going to honor and pay tribute to our temple leadership tonight in our board installation. It is also very special because it's 4th of July weekend. So Cantor has prepared special songs for the 4th of July, and we've got a special reading for the 4th. And so we'll be celebrating that tonight. And thirdly, we are celebrating our second in-person Shabbat service at Temple Sinai, the second in the past 16 months.
And my first.
And Cantor's first. So a lot of Shehachianos here, and going forward, this will be the first of the return to in-person Shabbat services each and every week at Temple Sinai. So a lot to celebrate tonight. So much to celebrate tonight. And it's great to be outdoors. I love to be outdoors. I hope you do too. It's so pleasant under the shade of these wonderful trees here at Temple Sinai. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, great spiritual thinker, great Hasidic thinker, the great grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement. Rabbi Nachman said about prayer and being outside. He said, as often as you can, take a trip out to the fields to pray. All the grasses will join you. They will enter your prayers and give you the strength to sing praises. So I was looking around today. I was walking around our campus. I didn't find much grass to help pray with us. And I know this is California, so I didn't find either type of that. But what I did find was a number of cacti. You got that one. A lot of people didn't get that one. But I'm trying to be appropriate. What I did find was a lot of cacti. I found flowers. We have flowers here. If you notice in our parking lot, we have a number of trees. So I'm thinking of Rabbi Nachman and our prayers tonight that the pomegranate tree in our biblical garden will help us sing praises tonight. The olive tree in our biblical garden will help us sing praises tonight, and maybe we'll provide some breadsticks for us. Nobody got the Olive Garden reference either? There we go. Okay, you got it. What else? The etrog tree in our biblical garden will help us sing praises tonight. And I found a ripe yellow etrog, and I picked it and I put it in our fridge so that Ruth Lambert can make etrog marmalade soon or in a few months. And there are a couple more still blooming. So if you want to take a look at the etrog tree later tonight, if you can see it, it's still blooming. The carob tree will help us in our praise tonight, in our prayers. What am I forgetting as far as biblical? Oh, the kumquat tree that was planted in honor of the heroes of 9/11 in our biblical garden by the 7th graders, led by Jan Fried as their teacher. That will help us sing praises tonight. The blue sky will help us sing praises tonight. The mountains, the Verdugo Mountains off there in the distance will help us sing praises tonight. And the palm trees that Cantor sang about on Pacific Avenue will help us sing our praises tonight. And all of you will help us sing praises tonight. And so we will sing praises, we will speak them in words of gratitude in our prayer service tonight. And so let us continue in the singing of our praise and gratitude with the trees and everything that surrounds us in the beauty of nature. Let's join in singing Shalom Aleichem as we welcome the messengers of Shalom, the messengers of peace.
And you can find it on the screen. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon. Mi Malach, Malachei Halachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. V'malach Malachei Halachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seir Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. V'malach Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Well, to help us sing praises and express our gratitude this Shabbat, in addition to all of us and the trees and all the beauty that surrounds us, we're going to call upon the memory of someone very special who we celebrate tonight as we celebrate the 4th of July. And folks like this person, I'm going to ask some of our boys and girls with us tonight. Raise your hand, who was the first president of the United States of America? Liam, who was the first president? Yes, very good. George Washington. Well done, Liam. Well done. Well, George Washington, as many of you know, had something very special to say to the Jewish community in Newport, Rhode Island in the year 1790. It was August. So next month in 1790, he addressed what he referred to as the Hebrew congregation in Newport. That congregation was called Yeshuat Yisrael. It's now called the Touro Synagogue. Raise your hand if you visited the Touro Synagogue. Look at all the folks who visited Touro. About 8 to 10 people visited Touro. Do they have the letter there from George Washington, like mounted on the wall? Right there, framed. And on the anniversary on August 18th, folks like Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg of blessed memory read from that letter at Touro Synagogue. Folks like current Supreme Court Justice Alana Kagan read that letter. And we're going to read a little excerpts from it tonight in celebration of the 4th of July as we celebrate 245 years of independence in this country. And for the Jewish people who arrived in 1650 something, 300 and something years, I used to know the number, who arrived in what was called New Amsterdam. We know it as New York City. But in 1790, this is what President George Washington wrote to the congregation in Newport, Rhode Island. He said, he wrote, "Happily, the government of the United States, which gives to bigotry no sanction, to persecution no assistance, requires only that they who live under its protection should demean themselves as good citizens in giving it on all occasions their effectual support." And then he continues, "May the children of the stock of Abraham," meaning Jewish people, "may the Jewish people who dwell in this land continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while everyone shall sit in safety under their own vine and fig tree." And we are sitting in safety under our pear tree. I do believe that's a pear tree. Carolyn, help me out. What's this one? Elm tree. This is an elm?
Well, there's the different trees that we're under. That tree, this tree, this tree.
All right. Okay, well, we'll talk about it at Oneg. So George Washington, by the way, was quoting the prophet Micah in the Hebrew Bible. "Well, everyone shall sit in safety under their own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make them afraid." And he continues, George Washington, May the source of all mercy scatter light in our paths and make us all in our several vocations useful here and in due time and way everlastingly happy. So we read that tonight on the 245th year this weekend of our independence. We are blessed and grateful to have the freedoms that we do as Jewish people in this country, as Americans. And so in that spirit, we continue to thank President Washington for his generous spirit. And speaking of the light, they talk about being scattered as a blessing. We're going to bring in the Shabbat candle lights and scatter that beautiful light. And to help us do so, we are honored to call upon Debbie and Dan Heller. Debbie is the chair of our endowment committee, and Dan is our executive vice president. And we're honored to have them come up and do the Sabbath candle lighting. We're on page 3, everybody, page 3 in our prayer booklet. Well, would you like to stand over here? You're welcome.
Want to do a reading?
You want to do the reading at the top?
No, you tell me what. Do I find out 7 o'clock?
Okay.
Um,
If you'd like it short and sweet. You could come let us walk
Okay.
these 2 lines. We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
If you could do it without the microphone,
okay,
could you
here,
guys
I can
just
put it
project?
here.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
In the beginning, there was darkness, and the Spirit of God hovered over the darkness. Then God created light, and the work of creation was begun.
As we kindle the Sabbath lights, we remember the majesty of creation and rejoice in our ability to witness it again.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-step.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat.
Our thanks to Debbie and Dan. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Well, as you know, when our Sabbath candles are lit, that is the time that we offer a family blessing. We ask God's blessings upon each and every one of our families, people throughout the world, God's blessings of peace and wholeness and well-being. So we invite you to, boy, I'm a little rusty on this. We don't stand for this. Do we used to stand? Oh, we do. I see I had an inclination. Would you like to get your bodies into your prayers, and we'll stand for this family blessing? At home, feel free to stay comfortable and gather with your family as we join with the family blessing on page 4.
May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and grace you. May He lift His presence unto you and grant you peace. May God bless you and keep you. May she shine her face upon you and grace you. May she lift her presence unto you and grant you peace. And grant you peace.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. This is the point where I say, you all look so comfortable now, sitting down after standing for that. So comfortable. It pains me to ask you to get ready in just a moment to stand up again. In just a moment, enjoy at home. And the reason Cantor, I'm of two minds about this. See, we're going to go into the Shema in just a moment, the affirmation of our faith. The tradition is you keep the position that you're in for the Shema. So if you were seated before it, you stay seated for the Shema. If you were standing, you say standing. In the Reform movement, we kind of stand as our Jewish Pledge of Allegiance. So very patriotically, we stand for the Shema, whether or not we've been sitting a second before. So in the spirit of freedom of the 4th of July, I'm going to invite you to do as you are so moved, as we've been doing during our Zoom services. Yes, a couple of people here. So whoever would like to stand, we're going to turn to page 10 in our prayer book, and at home, we're at page 10. We join in the Jewish Pledge of Allegiance, the affirmation of our faith, the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
And please be seated, everybody.
We turn now to the Ve'ahavta on page 12, if you'll follow along with me. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha Hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'lechtecha b'derech u'shochbecha u'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtabtam המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem, Amen.
Well, some of you may know that my most favorite all-time story about the founding of this country is that on July 4th, 1776, Sarah, you know where I'm going with this? You might have heard it once or twice. Forgive me if I never grow tired of sharing this story. And maybe some of our young people may not know this, but on July 4th, 1776, a committee was formed, almost like a board committee or like a temple committee. A committee was formed, and get who was on this committee? Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, John Adams. Those are pretty big patriotic machers of the time. And they were tasked to create the official seal of America, of the United States. And so, right, Sam? So they, both Franklin and Jefferson wanted on the official seal of our country, Moses at the Red Sea, the Reed Sea, with the Israelites crossing through to freedom. That is how important our story of liberation and freedom in Exodus was to the founders of this country. Now, as we know, that's not on the back of the dollar bill. That's not on the Great Seal. Something else was chosen. But the fact that that's what people like Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson wanted on the seal of this country speaks volumes to the importance of our story of liberation. It is a story for all people who want to pursue freedom. So on this 4th of July weekend, we sing the Micha Mocha. We sing the song of our freedom and liberation that has inspired people throughout the ages. And it's on page 13.
Just a little caveat about this Micha Mocha. It's my original Micha Mocha, which I may have done with you all before at some point, but it's probably been a while. And there's some English in between. But it's going to start off on Yai Lai Lai, so you'll catch on to the melody, and I hope you'll sing along. Yai Lai Lai La Lai La Lai Lai Lai. Yai Lai Lai La Lai 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 Lai. Yai Lai Lai Lai. Yai la lai 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 la lai lai. Let's try that again. Yai lai la lai la lai lai lai. Yai lai la lai la lai lai lai. Yai lai lai. Yai lai lai. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah tehillah. Oh, Sefer. Here's the English. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, working wonders? Source of blessing, source of life, you give us strength to reach higher. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah tehillah. Oh, Sefer. Ahutecha ra'u v'necha. Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Zeh Eli Hanun ve'amru Adonai hilach le'olam va'ed. Adonai hilach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai la lai la lai lai lai. Yai lai lai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai la lai lai, yai la lai lai.
Thank you, Cantor. That was a lovely melody. That was wonderful. Who's the composer? Are you? It just so happens to be Cantor. She's so humble. She didn't even tell us who the composer was.
I thought it was an original.
Oh, it was an original. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
It's very, it's modeled after kind of Americana style of sound, so it felt fitting for the 4th weekend.
Nice. Was there an inspiration for you for that sound, that style?
When I wrote that song, it kind of has a, they're called the Chicks now. Dixie Chicks kind of has that style to it with harmonies in it, so that's kind of an inspiration on that song.
Nice. You're a fan of the Dixie Chicks.
I mean, I know of some of their albums, not all of them, but yeah. They've
Very
got a great
nice.
sound. I like the harmonies.
I love it. I love it. Now, I don't know if some of you know this, but one of Cantor's favorite bands is the Eagles.
Absolutely.
Yes, there we go. Hotel California.
Hell Freezes Over tour.
Uh-huh. I
That's the
think
best version.
I hear they're touring again, actually. They're going to be touring
For that
again.
plan?
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, whoever is still with us. Now, has an Eagles song inspired you for a Jewish song?
Probably. I'm going to be doing more songwriting coming up this summer, so stay tuned.
All right. All right. We're going to look forward to that. Definitely. Definitely. Well, we are now getting ready, as what makes tonight special is this is our annual board installation. I'm going to put the mic down here. And because it's our annual board installation, we will always want to begin by thanking our outgoing board members. As a congregational community, we'd like to thank and honor all the outgoing members of the Temple Sinai Board of Directors. This year, we have 2 of them, and I see them both here. I can see their faces. They are Kathleen Richland and Jason Marks. Let's hear it for Kathleen and Jason. There they are. Kathleen, are you in Palm Springs right now? Very nice. We know you've got that beautiful outdoor area. There's a pond back there, isn't there? Yes, a pond, and we can see the trees. It's lovely. Jason, we can see your beautiful home with the also lovely as well. It's nice to see you. Now, when I say that Jason's an outgoing board member, he's going to continue to remain our communications manager. So just so you know that, this is a different position that he had on the board, and Kathleen is going to continue as always to be so active in our congregation and to give so much to our community in so many ways. So Kathleen and Jason, we know this is just, thank you for all the work that you've done on the board. On behalf of the congregation, we want to thank you for your service to Temple Sinai on our board. As a member, for both of you on our Temple board, you gave generously of your time and of your energy, your creativity, both of you, your talent, your skill. You help sustain and develop our Kehillah Kedoshah, our sacred temple community. Your service over the years was so deeply meaningful to our congregation and to our community. We offer you our sincerest thanks for your dedication and your sacred contributions. So we want to say thank you. And if you can see everybody, can we all say thank you to Kathleen and Jason? Oh, there we go. And it's up on the screen. I bet Jason even did that too. Okay. Oh, back. Okay, got you. So I need to stand back a little bit from this microphone. That's causing the echo. All right, I need my different reading glasses to be able to see. So thank you again, Kathleen, Jason. We are now honored to install the new 2021-2022 Temple Sinai board. We invite you, I think here's how we're going to do it. If you are a board member, and if I call your name, please come on up as your name is mentioned, and feel free to bring a mask if that would make you more comfortable. If you're wearing a mask, we invite you to please keep that on. Now, what I'd like to do too, as I call you, is you may want to just start a row with your name, because we're going to end with our temple president at one end of whichever way y'all make the row. So I leave it to our first board of director to start to create that row. We are honored to call upon our temple board of directors in alphabetical order. We're honored to call upon Flo Cohen. Hey, Flo. And we are honored to call upon Carol Cornell. Is Carol at home today? Well, Carol may be at home today. We're also honoring Carol Cornell, who is on our board as well. Mike, yes. Board of Directors member Mike Devine is here. Mike. Welcome, Mike. If you'll join Flo. New to our temple board, Lisa Ducor is here tonight. Lisa, welcome. So great to have you on our board. Also on our temple board, Zach Gershon. Zach Gershon is returning to our temple board. Susan Hain is with us tonight. Susan, board member. Jordan Levine is probably in Hawaii right now. So aloha and thank you and mahalo to Jordan and family. So Jordan Levine. David Quast. David Quast is a member of our board. So our thanks to David. Gino Thomas. Gino Thomas is our returning board member. And somebody also new to our temple board who looks like it couldn't make it tonight. Andrew Vogel is new to our temple board. Andrew, thank you. And also on our temple board, we have Lador Vador President Louise Spillman. Louise is here. Thank you, Louise. Brotherhood co-presidents, George Lowe and Mark Lowenthal. George is with us tonight. Thank you, George, and thank you, Mark, joining as Brotherhood co-president. Sisterhood co-presidents, Laura Goldsmith and Ruth Devine is here tonight. Ruth, thank you for being here. And Laura, let us know that Laura wasn't able to make it tonight. Thank you, Ruth, so much for being Sisterhood co-president. Yeah, you want to come on down? Oh, right. So maybe not, oops, not in front of the monitor, but maybe right there. We'll leave a little space there, Ruth. There we go. Wonderful. And also on our board, Temple Sinai immediate past president, Maggie Freed is with us. Maggie. Now, what would happen if we turn that off? If we turn this microphone off, would that stop it or no?
I don't think so. I think it's also.
It's going
you
through
also
here.
don't want to get too close to that mic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, all right, great. Experimenting by getting closer and seeing if there's feedback. Inquiring minds want to know.
I think it'll be hard for them to, it'll be too loud.
Okay, gotcha. Let's talk about our executive committee for 2021, 2022. Financial Secretary Larry Cohen is with us tonight. Larry. Thank you, Larry. Treasurer, our temple treasurer is Bob Bente. Bob, we are thankful for. Our recording secretary is here tonight, Aaron Seltzer. Aaron, thank you. Good. Oh, okay, great.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right. Jake, there's like a little, yeah, something on the screen wants you to press a button. Ah, there we go. Great. Second vice president is here, I think he's here. He was here late last night. He's here again tonight. Second vice president, Emil Mertzel. Let's hear it for Emil. Thank you for being with us again tonight, Emil. We appreciate it. First vice president on our executive committee, Philip Hain. All right, Philip. Did I say first vice president? All right. Executive vice presidents. We are so honored to call upon Dan Heller. I like how you guys are doing this. You're doing like half a McDonald's arch here. This is great. It's like the St. Louis arch. All right. Oh, be careful. I'm about to call you up. There's a Chicago Cubs St. Louis Cardinal rivalry that I don't understand.
I know that.
You know that?
I saw his reaction. I'm like, no,
Really?
that's it.
I have no animosity to the Cubs. I love the Cubs. When y'all won the World Series, I was like, way to go.
100 meters out.
That's right. I could say way to go because we're the second most winning team in baseball next to the Yankees. But we'll leave that aside. We'll leave that aside. And our temple president all the way from Indiana, Great Bend, South Bend, Indiana, Mr. Steve Abrams. Well, look at this fantastic temple board and officers as Jake is panning around. I'm going to try this. I'm going to go over here. Oh, I'm going to get off screen. I better. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, can you hear me over there? Great. Can you see me or do you need opera glasses? Okay, thank you, Flo. There we go. Well, just want to thank you so much for serving and guiding our temple community. Each and every one of you, you bless us with your presence and your commitment. We want to thank you for answering the call, literally answering the board nominating committee's call and not letting it go to voicemail. Thank you.
Responding to your voice.
And responding to voicemail, yes. Thank you for not ghosting us. Well, each of you have chosen to be a leader of our congregation in part, I know, because you've been touched and you've been enriched by Judaism and Jewish community. Each of you in your own particular spiritual journey has experienced the beauty and the blessing of Judaism, and you want to share that blessing with others. The blessings you've experienced and the blessings that each of you bring as a synagogue leader will strengthen our temple community as we thrive and meet any challenges that lie ahead. So our temple family would now like to share with you our most sacred object. So if you'll wait just a moment. Oh, thank you, thank you. As you all know, can you see what I have in my arms?
You can maybe hear the bells.
Yeah. As you know, the Torah is the embodiment of Jewish teaching, the embodiment of Jewish values, and a joyful way of life. As you all know, our tradition calls Torah and Eitz Chaim a tree of life. As members of our temple board, each of you will help bring this tree, under the tree, this tree of life, you're going to help it bloom and flourish in our lives. Turn my page. I need another hand. Thanks. May Torah and mitzvot, may Jewish wisdom and values for living, may they lead your path. May the divine presence and goodness and compassion guide your steps. And may the fullness of devotion and love inspire you to lead and to serve others. So it's appropriate now that you take this Eitz Chaim, this tree of life, into your arms and that you hold it close, symbolic of your sacred service to our temple community. So I'm going to mask up and I'm going to pass it down to each one of you. And I invite you in just a moment. And also, if you have your mask and you would like to put your mask on now, if you'd like, it's dealer's choice. I want you to be comfortable. And then I'm going to pass it. I want to encourage you to hold it close and to embrace it. And maybe as you're holding it, maybe think of what your leadership means to you. Think of what your leadership means to you as a temple board member. Don't worry about it if it's going to drop. It's not going to drop. I'm going to be spotting you. So we want this to be meaningful, a meaningful embrace, symbolic of your leadership. Let's see. Can I ask you, friend, would you be comfortable holding the tree? Okay. Thank you, Cancer. I'm going to start down here.
All right, everybody, seats and folded as you're officially installed.
I know what you're, whoops, I'm sorry, can't hear. I know what you're thinking. You're like, wasn't that the official installation already? Well, we want to share God's blessings upon you at this special time. We now pray as you are officially installed as the 2021-2022 Board of Temple Sinai. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Dear God, Holy One of blessing, bestow your blessings upon these leaders who've been elected to serve our congregation. Imbue them with insight and with understanding, perseverance, as well as patience. Dear God, inspire them to work together in pursuit of our community's greatest aspirations, even as they watch over its daily needs. May they help to sustain and to nourish and to grow our temple community and all its resources. Ladies and gentlemen of our board, may your labors in our spiritual home be a blessing and a source of blessing to others, so that we can engage in Torah and living Judaism, creating a life of meaning and deep connections and fulfillment. May you each lead with wisdom and compassion and help us to fulfill the vision and the mission of our Kehillah Kedoshah, our sacred and our loving temple community. Now, on behalf of our loving temple community, Cantor Alyssa and I are honored to now offer you the ancient blessing of our tradition, the divine blessing of our people.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
May the light of God's love, the light of God's wisdom shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom shalom.
May God always be with you and with your families and with our temple family, and give you the most precious blessing of all, the blessing of peace and wholeness and fulfillment in every way. And let's all say, Amen. And let's, at home, if you'll also say Amen, we're not going to unmute, but if you'll say Amen in your home so they can feel your blessing and your support as well. Thank you.
Wanted to take this opportunity to also share a blessing of Shehechianu, a blessing of firsts, but also a blessing of continuation. So the first moment here in this position as your board members, and continuation of us to gather together and with our wonderful leaders. Please join me.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Mazel tov.
Get this out of your way.
So, in keeping with our July 4th theme for tonight's service, I shared this song last year and a little bit about its composer. I don't know if any of you have heard of a composer named Israel Balin. If you haven't, maybe you know him better as Irving Berlin. So he wrote the song "God Bless America." One of our great composers, really, of this country. And he had such appreciation for the safety and the ability to have freedom in this country and pursue a meaningful path for him as a successful path for him as a composer. So please join me with God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Cantor. Well, can anybody feel a breeze? A little bit of a breeze? How about at home? Can you guys feel a breeze? Maybe if you got the door open, the window open. So the Hebrew word for wind, who knows the Hebrew word for wind? Ruach, very good. Oh, that was like a chorus of people. Ruach, it's the word for wind. It's also the word for spirit. It's also the word for spirit. So we're going to connect, for those of us who are outdoors, the wind from outside of our bodies with the spirit within our bodies as we spend a few moments now in personal and silent prayer and contemplation.
Hopefully by now you've had the time to complete your silent meditations and contemplations. And if not, I want to encourage you to continue to do so. We're going to continue now with Yihu L'Ratzon. May the prayers that we've just said in our hearts and our minds be acceptable before Adonai our God. And you can find the prayer on page 20 of your Siddur. Yihu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hagyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'goali Yihu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hagyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'goali Yihu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hagyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri tzuri v'goali
Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali, Tzuri v'goali.
July, family, birthdays, anniversaries, achievements at work and at school. It's a time for our Simcha line. Oh, okay, great, fantastic. So for those of you who raise your hand, how about we'll have you stand up, at your seats. If you will please stand up and tell us what we are celebrating for you, for your family in this month of July. Maggie, Jan. It's Jan's birthday. Happy birthday, Jan. Jan, what is the day of your birthday? The 27th. All right. Well, happy birthday, July birthdays. All right. Let's hear from here. Liam, what are we celebrating? Is it your birthday this month too? Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. What is the day of your birthday? July 24th? First, July 21st. Very nice. And how old, may I ask, will you be on July 21st? 7. Yay. Do you remember what I said about 7? I had a little rhyme. I said 7 is heaven when we were like on a Zoom. He said, wait, I don't want to go there yet. And I'm like, no.
It's like heaven.
Heaven, like heaven on earth, like paradise on earth, like Hawaii. Have you guys have been to Hawaii, right? It's like Hawaii. 7's like Hawaii all the time. Nice. And your birthday too, Aaron. What is the day of your birthday? July 29th. We got a 20 theme going on here. Are you comfortable standing up here? Do you guys want to stand up? Am I reverbing on the Zoom thing? We're good? Okay, great. All right, Doug. Oh, Nathan, that's right. Who knew this? You knew this. July 10th coming up. All right, Nathan. Nathan, would you tell everybody how old you're going to be on July 10th? 15. All right. You know what you're 1 year away from, huh? You're avoiding thinking about it. It's a Jewish life cycle event. It's the Bar Mitzvah. So, but he's avoiding thinking about it. Good enough. You got plenty of time. Nobody says you have to do anything about that. Do you want to do anything about that? Not good for you. Good for you. Oh, I wish Evan would have said the same thing. No, he's a great driver. Evan's a great driver. Happy birthday, Nathan. And let's see, Aaron. Yes? Aaron, welcome. Aaron's new to our community. Welcome, Aaron. And Aaron's mom, Terry. Aaron and Terry. Aaron, what are you celebrating this month? Yay. No way. The 21st. Nice. Aaron, are you comfortable coming on up? If you're comfortable, you're welcome to stay there. All right, Aaron, welcome and happy birthday. All right, yeah. Oh yeah, so Candace's going to see if anybody's raising their hand or in the hand or the chat box.
Lori's ready.
Lori, Lori, of course Lori has a birthday.
Type it in the chat.
Yeah, Lori, if you'll put it in the chat box. I remember this, but we'll have Lori type it for all to see. Also, all right, we'll get to it. Okay. All right, Lori's typing away. July 15th. Yes, Lori is July 15th. Happy birthday, Lori, in close proximity to my birthday on the 16th. So we're separated by 24 hours. And then Kathleen on July 22nd. So happy birthday to July as well. Happy birthday to you both. Ruth, you're celebrating a birthday this month? I remember this. July 7th. All right. All these July birthdays. This is great. We have any anniversaries in July? Oh, who's supposed to be standing up right now? Ruth Goldstein. Yes, Ruth. Tell us what is, you want to come on up or you want to do it from there?
What's the occasion?
July 28th, you'll be 82. Let's hear it for Ruth. Ruth, you know what you're a year away from. Are you going to have a second bat mitzvah? Oh, well, then you're going to have a first and a second. All right, we're going to talk to Ruth. It's traditional when you turn 83 to read from the Torah, chant from the Torah, have a bar and bat mitzvah, because traditionally 70 years is a great length of life. You start counting again, 70 plus 13, 83. So we'll talk to Ruth next year. We'll talk about that. We're getting ready. It takes a year to get ready. All right. Start getting those pen and pencil sets, a gift card ready for Ruth.
Bring out your trope CD.
Yeah, the trope CD too.
Or vinyl or cassette or whatever it is.
All right, we can do all those things with Ruth. We can, yeah. All right, wonderful. So we have birthdays. Do you have one, Cantor?
My parents' 39th anniversary is, wedding anniversary is Sunday. the July
All
4th.
right, happy anniversary to your parents. Very nice. David and Donna, D&D, 39th anniversary on Sunday, July 4th. They got married on July 4th.
My dad can't forget the anniversary of that.
That's very smart. That's very smart. All right. Well, I guess in their honor, a lot of people around the world are going to shoot off fireworks for their
We
anniversary.
got free fireworks on their wedding every year for their anniversary.
That's the way to do it. Oh, I just had an image in my mind. You guys can remember TV show Love American Style with the fireworks going off? I just have that
Well,
image.
Rabbi, are we celebrating your birthday this month?
We are, thank you. Yeah, so I'm July 16th, and so I'm a day after Lori. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating. And Juliana Gershon in the congregation, Zach's daughter, we share a birthday. So Juliana, if you're out there, happy birthday on July 16th as well. We share a birthday. That means we're the same age. So I wish. Well, any other simchas, any other joyous occasions we're celebrating tonight? This is great. This is a full thing. Well, we like to call this a Simon Tov and Mazel Tov moment. It is a good sign and good fortune that we are here together celebrating these happy occasions.
Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Yeilanu. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yeilanu, 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 Olecho Yisrael. Yeilanu, Yeilanu, Olecho Yisrael. Yeilanu, Yeilanu, Olecho Yisrael. Yeilanu, Yeilanu, Olecho Yisrael. Mazal tov.
Mazel Tov. Yes, congratulations. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for celebrating with us. It makes this evening all the more special. Thank you. Well, let's turn in our prayer books to page 24. Page 24. We share together as a community. Yes, Kathleen? Oh my
It's beautiful.
goodness.
It is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
look at the sunset to the west.
I don't know if we can show that.
Oh my goodness, Cantor's going to try to show all the folks on Zoom the beautiful pink sky, the California sunset. That is beautiful. Yeah, oh, it's great, Cantor. Look at you. That is awesome. You got the shot. Well done, Cantor. Cantor of many talents and skills. Wears many kippot. That's impressive. All right, I'm just lucky to be able to turn this microphone on and off. So thank you. Well, we now turn our thoughts and we open our hearts to people we know who are sick or injured, people who are in need of a healing of body, healing of spirit. Let's join together in our Misha Barak prayer of healing on page 24.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
And we'd like to invite everybody at home to please, if you're thinking of someone who's in need of healing, please put their name in the chat box as we've been doing for the past 15, 16 months. And as we do when we are in person, as we've been doing for the past many years, we invite people here with us tonight. Please raise your hand if you would like to offer a name. We'll go around our outdoor sanctuary. Steve, Ross, Kim, Ruth, Louise. Oh, yes. Thinking of Olivia, Flo, Maggie, yes. Jan, Pat, Stephanie, yes. Debbie, yes. Aaron, yes. Carolyn, yes. Lisa, yes. Maisie, thank you, Mike. While we're thinking of all of them, our prayers for them and our prayers for all the people listed in our chat box. And it's also for all the folks on our Misha Barak page, all of these temple members who are in need of healing, all of these family members who are in need of healing, and all of these friends and coworkers in need of healing. We now continue our prayer of healing together. Please join us.
Yisheberach imotenu, Mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We pray that they are all healed. They are in need of healing light, the light of love, the light of healing. And speaking of light, if everybody here were to look over at our temple wall, you will see a star, a Jewish star. Can everybody see that? And Cantor's going to go show it for everybody at home. I'm going to wait till she has it on the screen. There it is. That is, of course, Magen David, a Star of David. It has been on this building since 1948. Since 1948, it originally was illuminated. And I think in some renovations that we were doing over the past year, we discovered that, hey, this was meant to be lit up. So through the generosity of a member here of our temple and through some folks to make it happen, we were able to relight our Star of David. So Hanukkah comes early at Temple Sinai, and it comes just in time for us to be able to celebrate together. And with technology today, they didn't have this back in 1948. We can control that light through an app on a phone. We can make it brighter or darker. Jason, can we change colors? I forget if we can, no, I don't think we can change colors. Set timers, yes. So we're going to be enjoying that star whenever we are here at Temple Sinai together in the evening. So thanks to everybody who made that happen. So a lot of history, not just with the 4th of July, but with Temple Sinai and the Jewish people tonight. Well, as you know, our worship is never complete until we think of those people who came before us, people that we have loved and lost, who have passed away, our family members who have died, our friends who have passed, members of our community, members of every race and nation who are a blessing to humanity. We think of them now, we honor them through our memory and through our prayer. As I mentioned the name of a loved one who has passed, I invite you to please stand. And then in just a moment, we'll all stand together to recite the Kaddish prayer. The Shabbat, our Kaddish prayer, is for the victims of the Florida tragedy. Our Kaddish prayer is for Barbara Bolter and Sandra Gainan, Charlotte Hellman, Sylvia Miller. Our Kaddish prayer is for Karen Ness, Fred Michaels, Linda Luna, Dr. C. Harold Cohn, Barbara Abraham, Ernestine Erkin, Earl Sanders. Prayers for Larry Moskowitz and Rebecca Kaufman and Howard Schwartz. And for those who are observing Yard Site this week, the anniversary of death of a loved one commemorated this week, we remember Eugene Abrams and Catherine D. Dunham. We remember Charlotte Altschul and Richard Zacks. We remember Betty Heller, Delane Laisman, Maria Ziegelman, Darlene Irish, Harry Winter, Shalom Samid. We remember Isidore Spillman, Cynthia Levy, Hyman Forkas, Joseph Dale, Margaret Gelbert, Zissel Stern, Liliana Fagan, Sadie Winkelstein, Dorothy Tepper Lockram, Samuel Schneider, Harry L. Teitelbaum, and all those we've lost to COVID-19 this past year. And we invite people at home to please put the name of a loved one who has passed, who you're thinking about tonight, this Shabbat. You'll put their name in the chat box. Our Kaddish prayer is for them. Is anybody else mourning a loss whose name was not mentioned here today? We invite you to please raise your hand and mention that name as well. Andrew Rosenbaum. Well, for all of them, we stand together as a community of family and friends as we turn in our prayer book to page 28. Page 28. So we thank God that they were all with us, that they were all on this earth. Together we pray. Yid Gadal, Vid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'alma Divarach Hirute V'amlich Malchute, B'chayechon V'yomechon, U'b'chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala U'bizman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah V'barach Le'olam U'ameh Almaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal, Shemei D'kudesha V'richu. Elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. May we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. Together we say, Amen. And please be seated, everybody.
We like to conclude our Kaddish prayer with Oseh Shalom, a prayer for peace. If you'll please join me. Oseh Shalom, Shalom Bimrama,
shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael amen.
I just realized that Cantor, do you look like you're playing lefty on the Zoom?
Because it's mirrored.
It's mirrored. All right. You like Jimi Hendrix? Kurt Cobain?
They say Prince was actually the best.
Who says that? Do you say that, Terry? You love Prince. I love it. Prince was a great guitarist. He was. Jimmy was so much better. No. It's not just because I'm left-handed. I saw Eric Clapton live. Has anybody seen Eric Clapton? He is quite a guitarist. Yeah, he's incredible. I'm sorry I don't have a great segue, but we don't need a segue. We are so honored now to call upon announcements. Our temple president, Mr. Steve Abrams.
Well, thank you, Rabbi, and thank you, Cantor, for a wonderful service. It's amazing to hear you in person, Cantor. Wow. I want to thank all tonight's service participants. Tonight's ONEG, both live and virtual, are sponsored by our outgoing board members in honor of the incoming board. Thank you, Kathleen Richland and Jason Marks, for all that you've done for the temple. Thank you to all the board members on what you've accomplished in this trying time. I look forward to working with the new board and staff and clergy this year. May this year be a better year for all of us. Coming up at Temple Sinai, we have Sisterhood Bookends on Tuesday at 6 p.m. discussing the novel. I'm not going to announce it, how to say it, but it's at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. And then we have Needlework Circle meeting Thursday at 4 p.m. And a week from tonight, please join us in person, but with mask at 7:30 p.m. in the sanctuary. You'll find Zoom links and details about all of this and more in Sunday's TSG email blast. Shabbat Shalom and happy Independence Day.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Steve. Well, Cantor has prepared such wonderful music for us tonight in celebration of the 4th and the Shabbat. And Cantor, will you tell us about our closing song? Oh, you're going to do Kiddush
the
first.
Kiddush first. So those of you who are at home, if you want to take this moment to grab your Kiddush cup, and you can join me in making the short Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. So, for our closing song, many of you may realize that Adon Olam is structured in a way that makes it almost universally applicable to most any repeating A and B part music. You could fit Yankee Doodle, you could fit Take Me Out to the Ball Game, you could fit lots of things. So for tonight's closing song, we'll do Adon Olam to the melody of America the Beautiful. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yetzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chafso kol azai malach shmo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora vehu haya vehu hove vehu yihye betifara vehu echad ve'en sheni lehamshir lo lehachbira beli reshit beli tachlit velos v'hamizra vehu eli v'chai goli v'tzur chavli beit Sara vehu nisi u'manosli menat kosi beyom rekra beyom doa kiruchi beiti shan ve'aira ve'iruchi geviati Adonai li velo ira. Shabbat shalom and happy Independence Day.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Jason, why don't we unmute the folks at home and they can wish each other, wish us a Shabbat shalom too. This is our last time doing this. I'm gonna miss this. We'll have other Zoom moments, but we're gonna be streaming from the sanctuary when we're in person.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
All right, well, and Sisterhood has provided an Oneg care package for us, I think, tonight. So we'd like to invite everybody, if you'll please take your prayer booklets